right, everyone, we've got a fun one for you guys today. Copper Bullets by The Warning. This is live at the Lunario. This is exciting stuff. This comes to you guys from Charles again. Charles, thank you so much for your continuous support of this channel. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy this reaction, and I hope all of you guys will enjoy this. Knowing that it's The Warning, I know I'll enjoy it. I'm really excited for this, though. We haven't done a live in a minute, I feel like. What was the last one I did? Was that live? Bro, I don't even remember anymore. When I just know that number one so far for Sharks still. Is Sharks. I have, right? Was that my number one? Guys, I know every time I say the next song is my favorite, but my memory does not serve me well at all. But what I think when I'm done listening to the entire Warning, when we're like gray and old, I think we're going to actually go through an extensive list and piece together and see how it stacks up, honestly, because they really don't put out a bad song. I have yet to see it, and the day that happens, I will let you all know. I think you'll keep waiting on that because I don't think it's possible. So let's get into this. Copper Bullets. Let's get
happy as can be, picture perfect reality, not a worry or so it seems, slowly the problems start to increase. He's so afraid of her, then she's all afraid of him, but nobody ever says a thing. He's a dangerous man and she's a lonely girl. Their picture perfect life ain't so perfect anymore.
okay. This one may be my favorite. I think this one may be my favorite. We'll get into the lyrics at the end. As y'all know how this goes, we will give our breakdown at the end. I think this one's my favorite. Vocally powerful. Yes. Hello. Being able to do both, by the way, on the drums and sing is so hard. I cannot multitask like that ever a day in my life. That is hard, and I love vocally so far. I got goosebumps upon like the first note. So yeah, I think in the whole concept of this, I love. I'm thinking so far, this easily, I think, takes number one.
Started to increase.
That was so good. Easily my favorite song. This is easily my favorite song because the overall theme of it reminded me of Red Jumpsuit Apparatus Face Down. You guys know what song I'm talking about. I mean, it just reminded me of that. It gave me Red Jumpsuit Apparatus vibes. My God, that is hard to say all in one go. I loved it. I have to say, because I would assume this is like what, a few years old. It's amazing that they can sing about tough subjects like this at their young age. I mean, why is it above and beyond their years? Because this is a tough subject to tackle, and yet they did it in a way and put it and told a story. And they told a story. And a lot of people their age couldn't even dare to comprehend a subject like that. And therefore, here they are telling this story and putting it in a concert for everyone to hear. It's just not something you see every day. So it is amazing. I'm telling you guys, vocally, I got goosebumps. I love the music. This is my favorite song by far. It, like I said, red jumpsuit vibe, but like this is the kind of rock that like they should be millennials. I don't know. Are they like Gen Z? Are they Gen Z? I think they might be. They're pretty young, right? But this is something us millennials love to listen to. There was an era where we were listening to rock like this, and this is a banger. This is for sure a banger. This is a really good. All right, now I'm gonna talk a little bit about the lyrics. So the lyrics, like I said, this reminds me. It's a sad story because like I feel a lot like this happens where a guy meets a woman, and next thing you know, it's like blissful in the beginning, and then it turns super toxic, super dangerous, and abusive. And sadly, not all the women are able to escape, and they're lucky to even have escaped with their lives. And it's a really sad reality that we live in, and that happens to more people than you realize. And I like the beginning how they said he's afraid to hurt and she's afraid of him. Like he himself, as they talked about at the end, the monster he became, he's afraid of it and he hates himself for the person he's become. And the whole time she's been afraid of him because he is the monster. And I really love that because it shows in a different aspect, like this man is a monster, but he himself is also afraid of hurting, but he does it anyway. It's this very tough subject and a really tough thing to kind of wrap your head around, because if you're afraid of hurting someone, why is it that we hurt the ones that we love? Why? And I do think there's a fine line in love and hate. There's not much difference between them, and I think that is why it sparks a lot of the time, because it really is such a small fracture difference between, like a hairline fracture between love and hate, and it kind of gets warped into one. And I feel like in this situation, the story that they were telling, it was just, I love that line right there. It really got you to think from also the perspective that he's afraid of her, but she's clearly afraid of him. The copper bullets, I don't know why they named it copper. I'm starting to think maybe the taste of blood could be something. Because, you know, blood tastes like copper. Or is it just because of the color of the casing of a bullet? That would be silver. Well, depending on what. But either way, I'm not gonna, or maybe it just means nothing. It just sounds nice. So I won't delve too far into that. The love will end her. Love will be her end, or something like that. They said at the end. It's so true. Love truly is sad. It's like you love somebody and it could be the end of it because you don't know what the other person is capable of. Very scary. Very Dateline. Very Dateline. But no, on a serious note, it's like really sad that this stuff like truly does happen. And for their age to be singing about things like this, it's just insane. It is insane. And their happiness wasn't happy anymore. You really don't know what goes on behind closed doors, right? Some people can be putting on a front. You don't know what happens behind the closed doors. But the reality is that these things do happen. And people just rage and take it out on their partner because they know that they won't stop them. They know that they won't leave. And some people are just truly born evil, I think, that are just monsters. And they're going to do bad things. So it's important that maybe love isn't enough in the end. Maybe that's the moral of this story that I take, that maybe love just truly isn't enough. And if it's going to cost you your life, some people do pay the price for love. And I ask, like, was it all worth it? I don't know. I don't know. This is a really profound meaning in this. And I think it was more of a story to tell. Like I said, with Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, that song Face Down, they said the same thing. You know, it's the same story because it happens so often. And I really enjoyed it though. Like musically, it was a really good song. Like this is a staple. I think this is one that a lot of people should hear because maybe there's something in here that resonates with their personal life story. And it's a very important song, I think, that should be heard. So yeah, big props to them. Like I said, lyrically for this one, it was more of saying the story on a subject that maybe isn't talked about enough. I mean, if you look at like domestic violence and songs about it, yes, there are a handful, but really not that many. So I appreciate them using their platform to sing about stuff like this because it's going to help some people that maybe they're in right now and they know that, hey, this could be the way that it ends for me too. And hopefully it doesn't end like that for anybody else. So yeah, amazing. I love this. I absolutely love this. And another thing that I really love that they ended it with the story with the copper bullets heading his way. Obviously, he took his own life at the end from the guilt or whatever or not. Like that's the story it tells. He's afraid to hurt. And I think it was the second verse. He's afraid to hurt her. He already did. And nobody said a damn thing. Kind of like what I just said where nobody says anything. Nobody stands up to the abuser. Like the people around is usually just whether they don't know, right? So if they don't know, they don't really speak on it. And there's some family that are that toxic that they know that the man is abusive and they'll just justify his actions and hype him up. So therefore, if no one says a damn thing, then the behavior will be continued, right? If there's no consequences for your actions, they will just continue that way. But I really like the story ending with him taking himself out and how Copper Bullets ran his way. I mean, this is storytelling composed at its finest. And to me, it's important, this song, and it was really catchy and really well executed. Really well executed. Kind of Carrie Underwood vibes at the end. If you guys have never listened to Carrie Underwood or know her music, Two Black Cadillacs kind of reminded me. Except that one, it was a... If you guys have never heard it, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it was Two Black Cadillacs towards the end. I just love when songs tell a story that is really impactful and meaningful and people can relate to. And bravo, bravo. If you guys have any more suggestions for me, which I know you will, let me know what they are down below. And if you haven't already given this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, please go ahead and do so as it helps me spread the word and of the warning to everyone else that's watching. That's what I hope to do, is always give attention to the artist in maybe ways that others don't, by giving these lyrical breakdowns, by giving you guys pep talks and life lessons, whatever I can do to help artists and help the masses listen to artists that they wouldn't otherwise be exposed to. That's what I'm here for. It's what I'm literally here for. So I appreciate y'all, and I will see you all here on the next one.